Yeah, the Fever really need to win tonight. It's not one of these situations where I'm like, oh, if they lose this game, the season's just a complete disaster, because it's not. Like, they can very well not revive their season. Like, if they lose this game, it's not the end of the world. They didn't get swept by the Phoenix Mercury and they killed them once. But like, it's now at the stage where Kelsey Plum's injured. The LA Sparks are gone. Like, the Sparks they are out of the playoff hunt. They're done. You just now it's one of those things as well. I'm like, who do you want to dodge? Like, I don't even know if there's a team where I'm like, oh yeah, the Fever need to dodge this team. I just think the Fever need to come out and make a statement. I think the Fever need a statement win. I think the Fever need to show why they're considered to be one of the top teams around. I think the Fever need to show why teams should be scared of them. And I don't mean scared as in the, oh, we're enforcers shit way. I mean like scared as in we can go and we can beat anybody. And if you guys agree, and there's a must-win game, subscribe. We are trying to get to 60,000 subscribers as soon as possible. But yeah, look, this is a really, really interesting situation. A really, really interesting situation, because the Mercury are completely garbage. And I just have this really weird feeling that they're going to turn it around. Don't ask me why. Like, the Mercury turning this around would be a complete miracle, but I just don't know. I don't know. They made the finals last year, and like, Satu's not that big a loss. Why is it ask me to sign out? Satu's not that big of a loss. She's just not. So like, if you're looking at the Fever now, they're tied with the Vox. The Sparks are going to fade. The Tempo have lost Whitney Sykes. The Fire aren't that good. Like, the Storm almost beat the Wings, but they suck. The Connecticut Suns suck. The Sky aren't going to figure it out. So like, the Fever go and win this game, you're 11-7. You're what? Like, other than miracle wins for Dallas, the Fever and the Wings have both had miracle stretches of games. But like, the Wings have to go and play the Aces tomorrow night, the Lynx, and like even the Sun are kind of tough. And they go through a pretty rough group of games. And the Fever obviously have to go and play the Aces twice. I think they'll finally beat the Aces under Caitlin Clark. I don't think they're going to sweep the Aces. But like, if you're Indiana, your goal needs to be to get as close to winning as many like, you have to get as close to that top four as possible if you're the Fever. Because you are from top four, you're a game and a half off. You are a game and a half off top four. Like, that is more, you can come back from a game and a half so easily. That's not a hard thing to come back from. But when a game and a half becomes 3 games, it becomes really rough. Like, you're only 3 games off the Minnesota Lynx. But like, a week ago, the Indiana Fever, if they beat the Atlanta Dream, they would have overtaken the Atlanta Dream. And now the Atlanta Dream are half a game off number 1. So things change fast, especially in a 44-game season. Again, let's not forget, the Aces where it went from 9 to 2 without losing a game. Like, with 16 games to go, the Aces were 9th last year. The Aces finished 2nd. Like, it's not like the Aces didn't make it. It's not like the Aces were this unbelievably great team. They just made this huge run, huge comeback from a iffy start. So, look, this is a game where the Fever can really set up their season. Like, if you go in, you can afford 4 bad losses, because, look, other than Washington, you've only played every single team below you once. Like, you actually have the advantage. As much as Dallas have played Atlanta twice, Fever played them 3 times. Dallas have played Minnesota twice. The Fever played Minnesota Lynx the last 2 games of the season, which might not mean anything. Dallas have played Liberty once, Fever once, yada yada. But like, if you look at the Dallas Wings, they've played Connecticut, I think. They played Seattle twice. They played the Sky twice. I don't think they played the Mercury. I think they played the Fire twice. I think they played the Sparks once, maybe. I'm not sure. But like, we're at the stage now where the unbelievably easy start for the Fever and the unbelievably hard start for Dallas is kind of leveled out, and they're quite close. So, like, the worst thing you want to do, the only thing you don't want to do is you don't want to get pushed into a 7 or 8 seed and you face whoever's in the best form in the first round. If you can get into that home court advantage, you're guaranteed 2 home playoff games. Or, yeah. You're guaranteed 2 with best of 5, I think, this year. So that's kind of where you want to be. You want to guarantee yourself 2 home playoff games. Because the Fever haven't played that many... the Fever in general haven't played that many like home playoff games ever. They haven't played that many home games ever. But yeah, look, at the end of the day, it's one of those things now where if you go and win this game, you are home and dry in that playoff spot. Like, the Mercury are probably the only team out of playoffs that I feel like have an actual chance. And at the same time, let's not forget, like, there was a brawl. There was a brawl a game ago. You don't want to, 2 days later, you want to come in and destroy them. Like, you've got Alyssa Thomas. Like, Alyssa Thomas, the odds of Alyssa Thomas trying to hurt Caitlin Clark are not that low. The odds of MHA getting tossed are, like, greater than 0. And look, this is one of those games where the Indiana Fever now have all the momentum. They have everything going for them, and they now have the reason to be the villains again. Like, I don't think people understand. The Indiana Fever, this us versus them mentality is the best thing the Fever can have. The Fever don't need to be likable. They don't want to be likable. That is what this team thrives on. This team thrives on being the perpetual underdog. This team thrives on being the team that, you know, everybody hates and knowing that they're hated. Caitlin Clark loves that shit. Like, to say that Caitlin Clark doesn't have a bit of that, like, I want to be the villain in her. Sophie Cunningham is one of these players where, like, she is... I hate saying this, but, like, Sophie Cunningham is the villain. She is the villain. That is the best. That is the role that she plays the best on the floor. And I don't think she cares. I don't think she cares. Like, I'd say Sophie Cunningham, if you look at everything, Sophie Cunningham probably wanted to be the villain of the WNBA her entire career. Like, she is mini Taurasi. That's literally, like, she is Taurasi's protege. This is a crash out artist. This is an absolute crash out artist in Sophie Cunningham, who is now in a situation where her becoming a crash out artist makes her, like, improves her stock. So, yeah, look, this is, again, with the Indiana Fever, I just think that they are in a situation where if they win this game, everything shuts up. Everyone shuts up. All the negatives around this team, everyone just shuts up if they win this game. But anyway, see you guys.